In the early years, we specialized in the manufacturing of rubber shoes, sports footwear, and recreational footwear. However, as the profit margin began to thin, we began to explore other areas and started producing professional products with very specific functions, such as neoprene-based warmth retention clothing and footwear. Since those products have rubber base and neoprene manufacturing involves foam processing, the differences in terms of personnel training and equipment used are not significant, and it was easy for us to make the transition to this field. For Aropec, we have the capacity to manufacture any water activity-related sportswear. The truth is, it is really a vast market that requires differentiation of different segments. Starting with boots, gloves, vests, and hoods for water activities, we have gradually extended our production to other items for scuba diving and water sports. Not only that, our major product lines also cover sportswear for swimming, triathlon, marathon, and so forth. Naturally, the process of brand development is one of growth and decline. We started out about 20 years ago as a company without its brand name, and after Aropec began to participate in exhibitions abroad, whenever we came across prospective buyers without their own brand name, we would always ask if we could sell products that have our brand name to them. It was not until we reached a specific target of distribution before we started to focus on the task of brand management. Our factories today used to be owned by Converse and Puma. We acquired them 4 years ago because of their location, situated right on the main thoroughfare of Minsheng Road in Taichung City. After that, we started building our own warehouse and proceeded to make relevant preparations in areas such as product design, quality control, trademark registration, CE accreditation, branding, price setting, market channel, and marketing. With all the pieces in place, we witnessed steady growth for our brand. The truth is, I am proud to say that the company has done very well in the past 4 years. For instance, many of our key products have already reached the sales volume for the past year at the end of May this year. Such performance actually frightens me as much as it pleases me. If there is anything I have learned, it is the fact that you must find a way to keep improving. You have to make so much progress that no one will be able to keep up. Because once your opponent catches you, it will mean defeat, and defeat means being out of the game for good. After studying the categories of diving in depth, I realized that spearfishing has a lot of potential as an emerging market that has been steadily growing. I am proud to say that Aropec is the first company to develop fins for spearfishing. Since different divers vary in their state of physical fitness and actual underwater pressure differ in different water bodies, we have designed the fins to have replaceable blades of varying hardness and boots that can be securely fitted on the fins. The fins must not only be comfortable to wear, but be able to clasp firmly on the wearer's feet, which means the sole must be very hard, and we have made the hardest soles at 75 IRHD. This pair of fins I have here is a very successful product that we have recently launched, and shortly after, we designed this pair of professional fins for general scuba diving usage. In addition to our water sports products, Aropec has also created a series of products for marathon and functional sportswear. And this fabric you see here is the most important component for these products. The fabric is designed specifically for moisture management. It is moisture wicking and it offers compression and is quick to dry. If you know anything about textiles, you know that these features are contradictory. However, we have discovered a technology that modifies the physical characteristics of the fabric to achieve specific control, and the fabric has worked wonders. I feel confident in saying that this exclusive technology is cutting edge and world leading. This garment I have here is Aropec's patented sports tights, which is designed based on the working principles of athletic taping. Athletic taping is an assistance technique used by athletes to alleviate muscle injuries or to focus muscle exertion, and I do not see why the average consumers, be it athletes or the average folks, could not benefit from such a functional and professionally acknowledged product. Why not incorporate it on our products to enable multiple and persistent usage of the features? That is the market niche we have found, and we have developed the product for that niche. Although Aropec has chosen to focus on the manufacturing of products for water sports, it is important to note that none of those sports originated in Asia. In other words, our markets comprise 4 major territories: Europe, the US, Japan, and Australia. For Europe, the market is characterized by its individual differences and the number of member nations. European customers have relatively higher expectations for quality and are willing to pay a premium for quality products. And as such, Europe currently constitutes 20% of our export market. As for Japan, due to the company's commitment and approach toward manufacturing ever since the early years and our close geographical proximity, we have made frequent exchanges with our Japanese customers. Despite having found a general distributor in Japan 4 years ago, we have yet to see a decline in our sales figures. In contrast, turnover for exports to Japan has been growing on a yearly basis. Japan represents approximately 15 to 20% of our export market. Australia is the paradise for water sports activities. Coupled with the fact that it is a major tourism country that draws a significant number of tourists from all over the world, Australia has been a vital market, 15 to 20%, for us despite its relatively small population of 18 to 19 million. It is worth noting that, as covered by Business Today magazine, Aropec has become the #1 brand in the Middle East market, which also contributes 20% to our export market. You may wonder what gives Aropec the edge to come out ahead in the Middle East, and the answer may be the special love-hate perception for US brands that the local consumers have. So, given an alternative, they would never opt for US brands because politics have affected their purchasing behavior. The other reason is the fact that the US is surrounded by cold water bodies, while the climate in the Middle East is hot and arid. This makes U.S. products harder to sell. Products we have developed in Taiwan are designed for tropical and subtropical climates. And since our products are quite well received in Southeast Asia, our product specifications are more suited to their preferences. There is also the African market. The region has plenty of harbor and underwater infrastructure projects, and naturally, we serve as one of the market's suppliers. In short, our products sell pretty well in those target countries, and Aropec enjoys stable product distribution in these markets.